Today we have a little bit of a promo for my next series that is coming up that I'm calling the Summer of Scholars. Now, you might not listen to this in the summer, and for our friends in the Southern Hemisphere, it's winter, so maybe call it the Winter of Wisdom. But in each of these next couple of episodes, I am going to interview a different scholar about some interesting little bits of church and papal history. So you'll hear from our dear old friend Andy Mesmer, who's a professor in Seville, Spain. Professor James Papa Andrea, who is a Catholic scholar of the early church, and we'll also talk to an author, Lloyd Grossman, who wrote a really fascinating book about the early modern period in the papacy. So I definitely think you'll enjoy each one of those. If you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always send me an email to steve@a2zhistorypage.com, and I always enjoy hearing what you have to think. Well, we have big other series coming up, including one on Celtic history that I'm working on right now, as well as an end of an era series that's turning into a really big series, which I think is going to be really enjoyable and thought-provoking, hopefully at least. So you definitely have a couple of things to look forward to in the history of the papacy in the future. I also have relaunched the Beyond the Big Screen podcasts, so you can search for Beyond the Big Screen, and you can learn about all of this and more at my website or just by searching for A2Z History Page on social media. And as always, I really appreciate your support. We're still on Patreon at patreon.com/history of the papacy, and I definitely look forward to talking to you soon. How did people survive in Seville in the 1600s and the 1500s wearing doublets and surcoats and woolen hose when it's like 150 degrees there?
I don't know. That's a very good question. I don't know. It's probably where the siesta came from. They just wanted to sleep off the heat. No, I don't know, but they did complain about the heat. I mean, it was just as hot back then. So yeah, I don't know.
I think that's what always comes back to me as mind blowing, is like, how did these people survive and write something when they're dressed like that? And I have everything that I can do in air conditioning and wearing shorts and flip flops in Austin, Texas, which is kind of a milder climate than Seville.
Yeah, and it's humid. It's humid here.
Oh, it's humid too. Oh, that makes it even better. Moving and with that little side out of the way, I just had to get that out there. But